Shalom, shalom. Yeah, I want to shout out my the Akiam and Akwat that's out there that's pushing the truth and sincerity in the four corners of the globe. And say shalom also, and double honors to the apostles and the elders that continue to rule us well, and GMS who has the truth from day one and lead us in the spirit. This is Yasad from Trinidad with a short lesson. Again, I'm gonna call it 1 hour. Right, starting off the scriptures 18, Revelation 18 and 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit in it, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right? There's no place in the world like Babylon the Great. Who's Babylon the Great now? The modern Babylon the Great is America. Right? They are fornicated everything. Spiritual fornication, physical fornication, they're having lust and sex with animals, and man with man and woman with woman, and people losing their gender and saying there's not man, there's not woman, there's no other country in the world like modern day Babylon, which is America. Right? Verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sin, that ye may receive not of her plagues. And you already see the plagues that's starting to hit right now, which is the current plague right now that's running is COVID-19. Right? When the whole world was seeing COVID-19, America took over the whole world. The highest numbers of cases, highest number of death, highest everything. There's one of plagues that is plaguing her. Right? For her sins have reached unto heaven, and powers have remembered her iniquities. I remember what initially America was actually, to start off America, they actually kill off the entire tribe, right, of God. Well, almost the entire tribe of God, right, which was the native Indians, the tribe who initially was there before them. Then they built the empire, the cities and stuff, through the slave trade. So all her iniquities, the Most High have remembered her, and it's going to, verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, on her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double. Right? Jumping down to verse 10, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, for when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Right? That burning is fire. I'm going to come to that just now. Standing afar off, the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right? Jumping down to 17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood far off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Right? This is what's gonna happen to 1 hour that caused this whole thing to die. You see the video, a nuclear weapon, also called an atomic bomb, nuclear warhead, a bomb, a nuclear bomb, is an explosive device that derives its destruction force from a nuclear reactions, either fission bomb, or from a combination of fission and fusion reactions thermonuclear. Scroll here. What is the strongest bomb in the world? The Tsar bomb. The Tsar bomb. Right? The Tsar bomba. The Soviet RDS-220 hydrogen bomb, code name Ivan or Vanya, known to the Western nations as Tsar. Right? This is was the most powerful nuclear bomb created and tested on 30th of October 1961. By now, sure Russia improved on that. Right? Of course, it's not recorded because they hadn't tested it. Because that is so dangerous. If you test that, maybe half the world might go. So the last recorded most powerful bomb was this Tsar bomb in 1961. And you see here the mushroom cloud of Tsar bomba seen from a distance of 100 miles away. The crown of the cloud was about 40 miles high, right? At the time of the picture, so it was still going up. So this here, this nuclear bomb was the cause of that destruction in 1 hour for Babylon the Great. Right? They are going to come up against different countries, and one of the countries, as you mentioned in the Bible later on, is Gog and Magog. Right? So that Gog and Magog was actually Russia and Turkey. And then as the prophets tried to describe them at like this time, those things wasn't wrong, right? It wasn't even in the imagination, so they tried to describe what they saw in the prophecies that we have now with what they knew back then, right? So you have reference of locusts, and those kind of things, which was the jet planes with missiles and the iron the missiles firing off from the ground from the iron trucks, those trucks on them that just carry the missiles on them. Also, sometimes some of the things are described as arrows, etc. Right? Jeremiah 59. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her, and thence she shall be taken with their arrows. Right? Shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Right? This also refers to as when they fire off the missiles against them. Right? Just jumping down here to 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, so spare no missiles, for she had sinned against the Lord. Right? So the other I think I'm jumping down to 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none therefore escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done. Do unto her. She had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Right? Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord. For I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord God of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his city, and it shall devour all around about him, right? So basically, he commanded all the cities, all the nations to come against them, right, and destroy them using that missile I said, and everything's gonna be done in 1 hour, as I mentioned before, right? Right, Revelation 18:10, standing afar off, the fear of a torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Going back to 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, right? And then to end it up with 19, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God had avenged you on her. Right, so with that, I want to say shalom, and America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour.